Well. That is right. Your 2024 NFC West Champions, the Los Angeles Rams. That's right, people. The Rams are in the playoffs with another division crown. That's the fourth one under Sean McVay. Now, week 18 doesn't have any meaning to it. Happy New Year. This is Ramily Talk here on the Playmaker Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Maybe you from the 1970s, when the Los Angeles Rams was known as the Prison Foursome because of that defensive line. Or maybe you in the city of St. Louis, the gateway to the Midwest, where the greatest show on turf brought home the first ever Super Bowl championship. Or maybe you in the here and now, with the Rams back in LA, winners of Super Bowl 56. You can rock Eric Dickerson. You can rock Marshall Faulk, Isaiah Bruce, and Kurt Warner. Or maybe you rocking Cooper Cup, Aaron Donald, and Matthew Stafford. It doesn't matter, because when it comes to this, it's all about the Los Angeles Rams. Horns up, Rams South. Time to talk Rams football.
Happy New Year. What's up, people? How y'all doing, Ram Nation? How we doing? It is 2025, January 2nd, 2025. Hope y'all had a great new year, a great start to the new year and all the good stuff. First and foremost, let me say I send my thoughts and prayers to those out there in New Orleans after the horrific tragedy that took place on yesterday morning that saw 15 people lives taken and dozens more injured in a heinous act. So I want to say that first and foremost. Now that I covered that, just ridiculous. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, and what a day it is for those who are Los Angeles Rams fans, because, ladies and gentlemen, NFC West Champions! What a season from 1-4 to division champions. What a year. What a year. We're not done yet. Gotta love it. Now, as this is the new year, I'm not going to take too much of your time. We're going to jump right into it. How did the Los Angeles Rams become NFC West champions? Well, first order of business, we had to take care of our own business. Saturday night in primetime match in the final of the triple head of NFL Network. It was the Rams hosting the Cardinals. And a rematch from week 2 when the Arizona Cardinals destroyed the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams needed to win this game and they needed some help. But first thing they had to do was win the game. 13-9 is your final score. It was an ugly game. Offense struggled, and they struggle. I don't know what's going on with the offense. It is a concern because ever since the Buffalo game, when they dropped 44, they haven't scored 20 points since. Okay, it's been mainly field goals and maybe two, maybe three touchdowns in the 3 games since Buffalo. But nevertheless, defense is playing very well. Defense playing very well. Despite the Cardinals having almost 400 yards of total offense on us, they 2 turnovers. They control the ball for almost 14 whole minutes over us. But the 2 turnovers, what's the difference? Look at the Rams, 257 total offense. It's not good, not very good. It's concerning, but we're going to celebrate because we are division champions. Okay. And you see Kyler Murray, 321 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Trey McBride had his first ever receiving touchdown of his career. He had a rushing touchdown, but he never had a receiving touchdown until he played us. Matthew Stafford only passed for 189 yards. Most of those to Cooper Kupp, 10 catches, 129 yards. But Kerryon Williams, he got in the end zone yet again, 13 carries, 56 yards rushing, and a touchdown. The lone touchdown of the entire game. But hey, no, I'll take that back. Well, the lone touchdown for us in the entire game. It's been one of those. It's been rough. It's been a rough few weeks for the offense, man. Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, they need to find some way to get this offense going again, especially in the playoffs, because now we're gonna be in do and die situation. We're in the playoffs. We'll either be a 3 seed or a 4 seed. I'll talk about that a little bit later. And we need to make sure that we ready. We can rock and roll with whoever we have to host at SoFi Stadium in the playoffs. But man, the offense struggled. Defense, 2 interceptions. Cameron Kitchens got another interception, and Akilla Witherspoon with the game-sealing interception, with the Cardinals going in for the win. The game-sealing interception that gave the Rams the win. Now the Rams did their part. Despite how ugly it is, the Rams did their part. Now they needed some help. Those of you remember these 6 games right here: Denver, Cincinnati, Jets, Bills, Dolphins, Browns, Packers, Vikings, Falcons, Commanders, Lions, 49ers. Of those 6 games, we needed 4 of the home teams to win. 4 of them, because pretty much every team we needed was at home. So we needed 4 of the home teams to win these 6 games for us to clinch the strength of record tiebreaker, thus clinching the NFC West. Where, as you can see, the Bengals hosted the Broncos before us. The Bengals got the dub. So Bills going into Sunday with needing 3 more home teams to win. The Bills actually destroyed the Jets. It was destroyed. No. So we are down to 2. Vikings controlled the game most of the time, but the Green Bay Packers tried to make a late comeback. Just wasn't enough. And shout out to Sam Darnold playing some hella football right now. So that's 3. We needed 1 more. And it came down to Sunday Night Football. A game where the Falcons was in command to win the game. Didn't do it. I know it sucks because Raheem Morris is the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. And I know some of us did not want to root against him because what he has done for us as a defensive coordinator for the years that he spent with the Rams. But Jaden Daniels, he put his team on his back. And he willed them. Not only he willed the Commanders to the playoffs, but he sent us to the playoffs as well, winning 30-24 in overtime. Jaden Daniels, I give you my thanks, sir. You willed your team into the playoffs, thus getting us into the playoffs as well. So if anybody wants to send thank you cards, you send it to Cincinnati, Buffalo, Minnesota, and to Washington for all them giving us the strength of victory win and us winning the NFC West. So yet again, your 2024 NFC West Champions, the Los Angeles Rams. The 4th time on the Sean McVay in 8 years. So half of his career coaching around, he's been the NFC West Champions. I say that's pretty damn good. He's been to the Super Bowl twice. He's won one. Pretty damn good. Sean McVay's doing a hell of a job. So, gotta love that. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, we're going to take our only commercial break here. And when we come back, we'll do a little talking about the final game of the year. Give you some news and notes to close out the first episode of Ramily Talk in 2025. We'll be back.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Into the Net FC.
Kylian Mbappe just all of a sudden finally understood his role, and I think he finally understood that everything Kylian Mbappe has accomplished already, there is still a hell of a lot waiting for him in the future. Kylian Mbappe is only 24 years old. He has accomplished so much, and you know what? Kylian Mbappe has not even reached his prime. Finally seeing, the Marcus Rashford we have been hoping for such a long time, But, this game, after everything Manchester United has been, doing lately, this was actually the ultimate test, to see if Manchester United, honestly was all of a sudden for real.
I explained this. The United States, maybe they have to suffer this loss as a lesson to learn to prepare for the future. Because 4 years from now, the World Cup is in not 1, not 2, but 3 countries. The United States of America, Canada, and Mexico. Into the Net FC is available on all streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube.
Sports fans are gearing up, whether it be for the madness of March, whether it be for the Super Bowl, or even a little thing called WrestleMania. You can get all that at Fanatics, where they have a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, the NHL, the NCAA, and the WWE. So go on and show that pride, that passion, that dedication fan that you are by whipping your team, your league, or your favorite player. Fanatics, official license, everything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ramily Talk here on January 2nd, 2025. As you can see here, yes, your Los Angeles Rams are the NFC West Champions of 2024. We got the help that we needed from Cincinnati, from Buffalo, from Minnesota, and from the Washington Commanders for us to capture the NFC West title. Thus meaning this season finale game right here doesn't have much meaning to it. It doesn't. Now, the only thing that is significant is the Rams going to be a 3 seed, which they currently are, or would they be the 4 seed? Here's a scenario. The Rams beat the Seahawks. They are a 3 seed, and they'll be hosting most likely the Green Bay Packers, which I would love right now. I am on a revenge tour, okay? I wanted to avenge the loss to the freaking Cardinals, and I want Green Bay because I want to avenge that loss in week 5 right before I bye because they shouldn't have got away from us in SoFi that week anyway, but they did. So I want revenge. But if we lose to the Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the New Orleans Saints, which I highly likely think that will happen, I think the Bucs might even destroy the New Orleans Saints in the season finale. And I think that game is in Tampa, by the way. If that happened, we become the 4th seed, And we'll be playing the loser of the final game of the season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions up at Ford Field, because the winner of that game will be the 1 seed and the winner of the NFC North, and the loser will be the 5 seed. A 14-win team will be the 5 seed, and they will be traveling on the road wild card weekend. So those are two scenarios. I know some people they would like to see Washington. I don't see that happen. I think I can see Washington going against Philadelphia in the NFC West matchup. But we'll see how they play against the Dallas Cowboys to close out their season. The Green Bay Packers will be playing the Chicago Bears, and the way the Chicago Bears been playing, I think they are milling it in as well. So I can see the Bucks winning, I can see the Packers winning, and I can see the Commanders winning, which would be interesting. So if we can beat the Seahawks, we can maintain the 3 seed. Unfortunately, I do believe no matter what the case is, we'll be facing the NFC North team. I want the Packers. But if we get the Lions out of Vikings, so be it. I want payback on the Lions too. And plus, we already beat the Vikings. That's one of the reasons why we needed the Vikings to win against Green Bay, because we beat them. Same with Buffalo. But hey, news that you need to know. Jimmy Garoppolo is starting. Matthew Stafford will not suit up for this game. They will give Matthew Stafford a rest period. He's the only name that I know, but I could see other ones. They see what we do with Kerryon Williams, what we do with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Don't believe we'll be Weston Tyler here because he just came back. He came back. It was his second in this game against the Cardinals. Was his second game back from that season-long injury from the ACL. So I can see him getting some rep. Probably pay him in the first half. Just make sure to keep him fresh and whatnot. We'll see which defensive starters might be sitting out, but for right now, the main story is that Matthew Stafford will not be suiting up. He'll be resting week on Sunday against the Seattle Seahawks, and Jimmy Garoppolo will be getting the start. So I'm looking forward to that and see what we do. Don't matter. We're in the playoffs. That's all that matters. Just get healthy. Just make sure we're good and ready to rock and roll to whoever needs to come to SoFi Stadium for Wild Card Weekend. And lastly, a note before we come out of here for the day. Rams announced end of year team award recipients for 2024. This is something that I was not immune to. So this is the first time I'm talking about this. But I do want to throw this out there. That's the final part as we get ready to close out the show. And Daniel F. Rivers Memorial Award went to Matthew Stafford. And that's for the team's most valuable player. The team awarded Matthew Stafford as the most valuable player. Over just short of 3,800 yards passing. I think it was like 3,796 yards. I think he threw for. Just short of 3,800 passing yards. I can see why they see him as the most valuable player. And probably the oldest one on the team as well. So shout out to him. The Carol Rosenboom Memorial Award went to stud outside linebacker Gerald Verse. And yes, he is labeled as an outside linebacker. The team's rookie of the year, he's been having a great year, along with fellow teammate Brandon Fitz. Both went to Florida State. Both got drafted together to the Rams. It's been back and forth between them, and they're having a great hell of a time with each other. And great to see that young defense making things happen. Matter of fact, they have held teams. They have held teams under 10 points. 10 points. Ever since they gave up 42 to Josh Allen and Buffalo Bills. That defense has been on fire. The offense, we need to get back on fire. Because since that same time period, since we put up 44 against Buffalo, we can't get to 20. So we need to work on some stuff. Carl Ekron Spirit of the Game Award went to Tyler Higbee, player who best exemplified sportsmanship, ethic, and commitment to his team. And then the Ed Block Courage Award went to Tyler Higbee, a player who is a role model of inspiration, sportsmanship, and courage. Pretty much Tyler Higbee got those 2 awards because he fought back from that ACL injury that he suffered in last season's wild card matchup against the Detroit Lions to battle all the way back to be with this team as we make our playoff run. So congratulations to Matthew Stafford, Gerald Verse, and Tyler Higbee on the end of year awards voted by your teammates. Your teammates enjoy y'all, they love y'all, and they felt the it felt it was needed for y'all to get these awards. So good job, team. Good job, y'all. Once again, Los Angeles Rams, NFC West Champions. Week 18. Week 18 will be what week 18 is. We just want to know who we hosting for Wild Card Weekend so we can properly prepare to make a playoff run and hopefully a Super Bowl run to New Orleans. The run to New Orleans will officially begin after week 18. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to bring you that episode next week to find out who we hosting for the playoff round. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you're tuning in, you can catch Ramily Talk on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and wherever else you get your podcasts is at. So make sure you subscribe, you follow Ramily Talk for all the Ram fans out there. Plus, if you want to stay tuned and catch some of the videos that we do here at Ramily Talk, go to the Playmaker YouTube channel, and you can see every episode of Ramily Talk in video form. Plus, stay tuned to the Playmakers blog website where we can give you updates on Rams and everything else in sports on our website. Thank y'all. Happy New Year. And let's enjoy 2025 because the Rams are NFC West champions and we are in the playoffs.
Thank you for tuning in to Ramily Talk. Ramily Talk is sponsored by Fanatics, Lids, and Paramount Plus. Get your favorite sports appeal with Fanatics or Lids, and get great streaming service with Paramount Plus. If you want to donate to the program, you can donate to us via Cash App, $D Playmakers. That is again, $D Playmakers. And remember, you can follow and subscribe to Ramily Talk on all podcast directories, including Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. And those of you who are on Apple, leave us a great review, leave comments on how you feel about Ramily Talk and the episode that you listen to. Tune in again next time for more Ramily Talk.